What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors you need to know, including a Finn Balor injury update, the heartbreaking reason why Vince doesn't want to be on WWE television anymore, Natalya gets her tooth knocked out during a match, the Dutch Destroyer wants Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman's big opponent in 2021, Charlotte Flair could be managing Andrade, Jon Moxley discusses retirement, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into the first story. Our first story looks at an update on Finn Balor's injury. Finn Balor continues the new tradition of NXT champions getting injured after winning their championship, but will he be forced to relinquish the title as his predecessor Karrion Kross did? Balor posted an update via Instagram to discuss the surgery to repair his broken jaw, saying, "Last Friday I underwent surgery for 2 fractures of my jaw, including one going into my tooth. After the tooth was removed, I was wired shut to restore my bite and help align the fractures. Then 3 plates were screwed in to fixate the fractures for a quick recovery. Thankfully, no wires were needed after surgery." The fact that no wires were needed is good news, but Ringside News referred to information from eMedicine Health that mentions healing time varies with the type of fracture. In general, the average time to heal a jawbone fracture takes about 6 weeks. This could mean another instance of a champion having to relinquish the belt and for NXT to crown a new champion again. NXT has a rash of injuries lately, including a torn ACL for Tegan Knox, an ankle fracture and dislocation for Ridge Holland, not to mention a ruptured patella tendon and contusions for Kyle O'Reilly. We wish them all a fast recovery. Next up, Natalya got her tooth knocked out during a match. Now, the WWE's main roster isn't exempt from injuries either, as Natalya had her tooth knocked out during the Interbrand Women's Battle Royal for a shot at the Raw Women's Championship. Natalya tweeted, "Such a whirlwind of emotions tonight on Raw. One thing I know for sure, Lacey Evans' strikes are no joke. She's a badass, knocked my tooth out, but I still eliminated her in the match. So there's that." Hashtag BOAT. Does that mean best of all time? Anyway, with Natalya drafted to SmackDown and Lacey Evans now on Raw, the 2 blonde bruisers may have to wait some time to even the score. Next up, Aleister Black wants Roman Reigns. Aleister Black is now on SmackDown, and while the Dutch Destroyer is playing a heel, he's looking for a shot against SmackDown's top heel, Roman Reigns. During an interview with Sports Illustrated, Black praised Reigns' work, then added, "I love to be entangled with Roman and Paul, and I've spoken with Paul Heyman about this before. There are a lot of things that move the different pieces on that chessboard, getting me to checkmate, and that's one of them." Black and Reigns have yet to meet in a one-on-one competition, and a feud between the two could be a wild brawl for the ages. Next up, the reason why WWE is continuing the Roman Reigns-Jey Uso feud. It's safe to say that some members of the WWE Universe were surprised to see Roman Reigns' first opponent for the Universal Championship be his cousin Jey Uso, a superstar known largely for his tag team work with brother Jimmy. However, few fans would have expected a rematch at Hell in a Cell, but according to Jey, there's a good reason for this. Speaking with Peter Rosenberg, Uso revealed, "This was a one and done, supposed to be. They were like, this shit's fire right here, bro. I think I was there just to get Roman to the next homie, but man, you see the storytelling. This is real. The feeling's right there, the promo's right there. If you watch the match back, the match was basic. What grooved is the damn story, and that is the main thing." He went on to say, "We showing you real emotion, we showing you feeling. You can put Seth Rollins with Roman, whoever, whatever top guy they got. Put him with Roman, I guarantee you, they didn't pull out emotion, they didn't pull out real feeling. They didn't pull out storytelling the way me and Uso did that thing." While part of Jey's comments may be storyline, he has been given the chance to showcase his skills as a singles wrestler, and so far, he's been doing an excellent job. Next up, Braun Strowman's big opponent in 2021. Braun Strowman is now on Raw thanks to the 2020 draft, but Dave Meltzer is reporting that they're already planning on a big match between Strowman and someone on SmackDown. Yeah, never tell you that the draft rules ever make sense. Speaking on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer observed that the WWE is priming things for a clash between the Monster Among Men and the Freak Lars Sullivan. But there's got to be a destination. I mean, it's Strowman in a year, but not yet. Sullivan seems back on track for a big push following his hiatus after a knee injury. But would you guys like to see Strowman versus Sullivan? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a new faction could be brewing. Now there's a quick update on Andrade and Mickie James, two superstars whose absence from the night 2 of the WWE draft raised some eyebrows, leading to speculation they might move to NXT or even be future endeavored. Now PW Insider is reporting, as of last night, the plan is for Andrade and Mickie James, the two talents left undrafted following 2020 draft, to land on the Monday Night Raw roster. Obviously, until it's officially announced, that's subject to change, but it was the plan as of yesterday. Now this could make even more sense thanks to Charlotte Flair's deleted tweet. Now right after the draft, Andrade tweeted, "Thank you, gracias," with some fist emojis. Now that tweet could have suggested that Andrade is pretty much fed up. However, it could have also signaled something of a relationship problems between him and Charlotte Flair. Now Flair cleared things up by saying, number 1, he was thanking Zelina. Y'all wild. Number 2, that said, Papi will need a new manager. She quickly deleted the tweet, but that could be interesting as Charlotte Flair has been drafted to Raw. It's possible WWE could put the two together, something they've stayed away from for long enough. Next up, the heartbreaking reason why Vince McMahon isn't on television anymore. Vince McMahon was once a fixture on WWE television, but his appearances are rare now, leading to fans asking why. Well, Eric Bischoff speculated on the situation during a recent episode of his podcast, 83 Weeks. He mentioned, "I think there was some awareness on Vince's part that his time as a television character was in his rearview mirror." Bischoff also pointed to Vinnie Mac's appearance on the 2019 SmackDown premiere on Fox, suggesting McMahon's age may be a factor in his reluctance to appear on television. It was my impression that Vince didn't really want to do it. I can understand it. There comes a point when you're getting older that you realize the strength and credibility that you bring on television isn't what it used to be. It is what it is, we all get older. When you spend your life on television, you're aware of how you look and how you can present yourself. It was my impression that Vince didn't really want to do it. It was also my impression that Stephanie really wanted him to do it. Do you guys think McMahon is too old to make television appearances? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Jon Moxley discusses his retirement. Now, current AEW World Champion Jon Moxley seems to be at the height of his career, having found success in WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and of course, All Elite Wrestling. Now, while he's only 34, he's already thinking ahead to the day where he has to hang up the boots. During an interview with Real Talker's Jim Alexander, he discussed his long-term plans. "I'd like to wrestle till I'm in my 50s, hopefully. Whatever that means. I don't know. AEW in the US will always be my home, I think. It's just done so much for me, and I've done everything I could to help build a brand and solidify it as a legit alternative, and it's vital to the wrestling industry that AEW be successful. I don't see that changing ever. I have loyalty to the people who treat me well, and they have treated me extremely well." With Moxley venturing into acting, there's no guarantee he'll remain in wrestling, but right now he seems committed not only to the Squared Circle, but to AEW, the promotion that helped him fulfill his potential. And finally, Paige bashes a fan for saying she sold out. And last but not least, former WWE superstar Paige recently posted a picture of herself from several years back along with a picture of her current look, leading to a fan questioning the big change. He mentioned, "You were once an idol for so many young goth girls. To see someone who looks like themselves on TV was an inspiration, but I'm disappointed that yourself and Nat both gave into the plastic glam life. Y'all are both gorgeous. You were more attractive without all the fake glam." Paige replied, "Thank you for your opinion, stranger. I'll make sure to notify you before any more changes." She went on to say, "Obviously you get men judging the way you look, but it's a shocking percentage with how many women judge you. Like, come on sis, you cyberbully us because you want to be able to make changes. So you hate on us because we can? Don't pretend you wouldn't snap up some Botox if offered." Paige has never been one to hold back on replying to fan criticism, but do you think she overreacted? What do you think of Paige's look? Let us know in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for exclusive lists, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.